was interesting because we had a blast. And doing that, that's when I had did Arsenio Hall show a couple of times. That's why I tell everybody that Michael Jackson's not a pedophile, because I talked about Michael, about skin color, the nose, all that stuff, and he had found through someone, he found out my home number, and that was doing when answering services was as heavy as this book. The telephone company gave it to you. They were wooden, and you fix them, and you could listen, and they didn't know what they were doing then. They were trying to work it out, and he kept calling my house and leaving me messages. Michael did, and see, Eddie Murphy is like a parrot. He could be around you 2 minutes. He could be around you 2 minutes, and he can do you.
Get your voice.
He can imitate you. He's the best at imitating.
He's the best.
No, but look, the absolute best. So anyway, I kept telling him, stop calling my house. I know it's you, Eddie. I'm not picking the fucking phone. And Eddie kept telling me, Paul, I swear, kept swearing to me. I swear. My grandmother's great. I swear, it's not me. It's him. Pick it up. It's him. It's not me. I said, okay. So I pick it up. It's Michael. And he's talking to me and telling me not to talk about him, about his color, and he doesn't want to be white, and his nose, all these jokes I was making. And I told him, I said, look, I don't tell you what songs to sing. Please don't tell me what jokes to tell. Okay? That's what I told him. So I talked to him for about a half hour. Within 10 minutes, guess what I knew within 10 minutes? That he was a check writer. Now listen to me. That money makes everything go away for him, because he kept saying to me, what could he do for me? He kept trying to write me a check. And I was working, probably if I wasn't working for Eddie, then I was making grand theft money every night at those concerts. If I wasn't making money, he might have bought me. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yes, absolutely.
If I was making a lot of money, I had an attitude,
Right, I'm paid anyway.
I don't need anything from you. You know what I'm saying? So what are you talking about? But listen to me. In 10 minutes, I knew this.
Right.
Okay, now let's put it together. 10 minutes, I knew that boy wrote checks to make things go away.
Okay.
Now, that woman, that white woman that was hanging out with him, with her kid, if I knew that in 10 minutes, she was with him at least 9 months.
Right.
You don't think she knew it? You don't think, if I picked up on it, you don't think she picked up on that he likes to write checks to make things go away?
And he didn't write her
She's hanging out with him. She's got her kid. She's got an ex-husband. You don't think she told her husband, if we do this, we do that, we can get money from this fool? Okay?
Now, but that doesn't mean that he wasn't a pedophile.
No, you're not understanding it. He's a check writer. He's not a pedophile. He's X-Files, but he's not a pedophile. Michael's way out there. Listen to me.
Okay, I'm listening. I'm trying.
I want you to listen.
Okay,
I want you to listen. It's about money. Because let's go the other way. Let's say he is.
Okay.
Then if he is, the woman should have been arrested. Her husband, Michael, everyone should have went to jail. That's the law. Because she put her kid in. The kid didn't walk up to the house. She put him in that. It's child endangerment. She put him around him. Okay? So that means they all should have went to jail. They looked at his dick. They did all of it. Listen to me. The laws in California are very definite. If they had any kind of proof of anything was going on, Michael Jackson would be in jail. Over and out. It was about that money. And it happened more than once. That boy writes checks. And believe me, they got like $24 million. They got all kind of money from him. Because he wanted to make it go away. He's not a fighter. A lot of people are a fighter. Reverse it. Me being black with my kid and my ex-wife, I never could have got that money from Elvis Presley. Ever. They never would. A jury would never have given that money up with Elvis Presley. Michael Jackson is not no damn pedophile. Believe me, brother, I know that for a fact. Believe he is. He's out there. He's like crazy. He's like some weird Peter Pan. But he is definitely a check writer. He is that. And it was about money. It was about money. Everybody got money. What else did they all get?
They got money.
It has to be about money. If it's really about a child and protecting a child, nobody, look, that law, they wanted Michael. That law, Michael Jackson would be in jail. Ain't all the money in the world wouldn't have got him out of that. It's about money. They went for the money and they got it because that's what they were after. That daddy wanted Michael to give him a movie studio. All this, shit, you got to read all the stuff. That shit was about money, brother. Because if it was about protecting a child, they would have all been put in. Everybody has to go to jail. Everybody does.
Yeah, you would think that was something that seems that obvious. A conviction, if it was there, would have happened.
Listen.
But it wouldn't have just been him. You're saying it would be the mother too.
For OJ, come on, brother.
Yeah.
Come on.
They waited
and they got him.
Let me tell you something. OJ Simpson did not kill Nicole. I know them both.
Stop it. Stop it.
Let me tell you something. I've known OJ since he was 18 years old. No way. You don't kill what you love. I was around him. I was with him every night. Richard and I both. O.J. loved white folks. Trust me when I tell you.
But come on. But there is a history of people loving their wives and killing them. That happens.
All right. Let's say that happens. You think that O.J.'s that smart?
I don't know, O.J.
No, that he can kill somebody and do all that, wipe that up, and then get away with it and go on about his business. If O.J. was the kind of murderer that white people think that he is, okay, he would not have called his friends up. Let me go get my stuff. He would have killed those people. He did it before, got what they took from him, and went on about his business, and we never would have known. Okay? Let you have taken some shit from Dahmer and see what Dahmer would have done to you. Dahmer would have come over that house and had a cookout. Okay?
Delicious.
No, what I'm saying, no. When you're that smart, murderers like that are real clever, brother. You understand? They ain't never caught the Zodiac. They're real smart.
Yeah, but when I would make the case that killers like that, who are very strategic, are clever. OJ's shit was sloppy. That's what I think most people would argue. Is OJ's shit was sloppy.
How was it sloppy?
The fucking they found blood, the gloves.
No, the glove didn't fit. That's why he got off. All that stuff. Look, all that stuff with all the DNA and all the stuff we have. Listen, I met Nicole when she was 18 years old. Nicole was gorgeous.
Yeah,
hair down to her back, body, all of that. I met her. I knew O.J. when he was with his black wife. When the black baby drowned, I've known all that. I was there every night with him. I saw him with them white folks. White people loved.
Well, you guys used to hang out in the clubs or what? Like
they
just
loved
partying?
All the clubs. They loved him. Rich and I were around him. I was around him.
From the bank.
I was around him. Listen to me. He did not. O.J. is not smart. Look, if you're smart, the clever, you have to be clever. You think he called his friends up to help him go, come help me go get my stuff. Everybody had a tape recorder but him. That's an idiot.
Yeah, he
carries a gun. Listen, and go listen to the tapes. Get on the net. Listen to the tapes. O.J.'s stuck in the 70s. He thinks he's Shaft. Don't none of you jive turkeys try to split. I'll shoot you. Can you dig it? Hush your mouth. Something is wrong. Something is wrong with him.
He's off. He's definitely very off.
He killed her. I'm telling you. If they're so. Listen. White people have X-ray vision when it comes to black people doing stuff. When it comes to them doing things, they're blind. They're blind. They can't see. They can't see. They can't see. And it's weird. It's a very weird thing.
Explain that more. I want to know.
No, I'm going to explain it to you. It's like they can see my racism, supposedly. I can't be a racist by definition. I'm not in control of anybody's white, where they go to school, where they vote, where they live. I have nothing to do with any of that. That stuff is power. I could talk murder all day long. I get on the street and say I'm going to kill everybody. As long as I don't kill nobody, I'm not going nowhere.
Now, you're going to think I'm being very disagreeable, and I generally agree with everything you're saying.
Speak on it, white man.
But I believe that, like, I used to get in that same argument with my friends, that the fucking racism is power. Now, it's playing with semantics. Now, the institutional racism requires power, but hating a motherfucker because of how they look can still happen, black, white, anything, right?
But you have to remember, look, this is not even my language. I'm speaking a foreign language. English is not my language. It's foreign. I lose when I open my mouth. I'm losing. I'm already losing.
You are pretty good at English, though.
No, but I'm just saying, but I'm still losing, okay? I'm still losing. Let me put it this way to you so you can understand.
Break it down.
You go see that movie about the Jews that were violent and fought back? This movie?
The one that just came, Defiance. Yeah,
Go see it. 1,200 of them survived. Jews were so passive and so in denial and went to the camps and no, they won't, and they're not going to do that and all that. We'll stay here and we'll pray for God and all this stuff, killing 3,000 and the Nazis wore them out, okay? Now, the Jews that were violent, you could find yourself dead somewhere with a bagel up your ass, they scared everybody because they weren't used to that. And they became worse than the Germans. Their violence was worse.
Yeah, look at Israel now.
They freaked out over it, okay? And they kept telling them, come to the woods with us. Oh no, we can't come. They said, but they're going to get you at the camps. Well, how would you know? Have you been there? That same stupidity that blacks have in America. That's the denial. And just like you talking the way you talk, you've been trained to respond that way. Me too. It's a setup. It's a setup to America is the descendants of the Roman Empire. If you don't praise Caesar, you're already the enemy. You're already the enemy. Because when in Rome, do as the Romans. And when you don't, you're already the enemy. I saw that stupid movie with Tom Cruise. What is it, where they're supposed to kill Hitler?
Valkyrie.
The true story? Huh?
Valkyrie.
I walked out because they didn't kill him. It's a movie. This is not.
Can I get him? I know.
No, this is not a reality show. This is a freaking movie. I said, I'm going to write the black version. I'm calling it Drive-By. We're killing him.
I've always thought that a movie in which Hitler actually dies would be so fucking satisfying.
No, but I'm saying,
why do I want to see some shit when Hitler actually lives?
I said, I already said that. I said, I walked out. They didn't kill him.
Well, listen.
Surviving. We're trying to survive. We're trying to survive. The people that really know are the Indians. Go talk to them. Go on the reservation.
You can't find any. That's the problem.
I mean, but talk to them.
No, you could go talk to them.
But talk to them. They know. Drunk or sober, they know. Talk to them. They know. You can be naive about all of it. They're not naive about it. They tell you exactly what's up because they've been there and they've done that and they've seen it for what it is and they've lived it and they know. They really, really know. See, the Jews pass it on to their offspring. They let them know what's going on. MTV came out. MTV didn't want Michael Jackson on, and he was whiter than all of them. They came out of Berkeley. They were very prejudiced. Okay? Mm-hmm. For blacks, they're on MTV. They kiss their ass. They suck out of it. They look, from what you come out of the stall is for who you are. Okay? I don't care how you change around. Watching MTV now is watching BET because they couldn't beat them, so they had to join them. Okay? That's what it amounts to. If you have did that to a Jew, and someone 10 years later would say, come do MTV, the Jew would go, fuck you, MTV, fuck you. I know what you're about. They stick like glue, and that's what I like. And what I like about white people, once they pick something they love, you better not fuck with it. You better not fuck with it. You better not fuck with it. You better not get up there and try to sound like Elvis. You better not get up there and try to be Marilyn Monroe. How many bitches you know try to be Marilyn Monroe?
Well, no, but this is where your point to power makes sense, because black people historically get everything taken because they don't really feel like they can have ownership of it. So whether it's fucking the blues or hip-hop or whatever, it's going to get taken by white people, get distorted, thrown back, and then black people don't want it anymore. It's a wrap.
I remember the first hip-hop person I heard here in New York. I remember it.
You keep pushing the mic away.
Oh,
we want you on the show.
You don't want to be on the fucking podcast now because I called you a racist?
He pushes it away to talk. No,
it's not about you calling me a racist. You can call me anything you want to. That's not what it is. The truth defends itself. I don't have to defend the truth. It defends itself. I don't have to. I could drop dead. It has nothing to do with me.
Please don't do that. Not on our podcast.
No, but I'm saying
that would be huge.
We all, no, but,
huge.
But we all don't live forever. But my point, everyone in the room's going to die. But my point is that it's just we're caught. Oh, hip hop. I remember the first hip hop I heard. White people were terrified of hip hop.
Absolutely.
The same way.
So we're black people.
The same way they were terrified of nappy hair.
So we're black people, and there's still black people out there that don't like hip hop.
What was the first hip hop you heard?
Black radio barely supported these young black people putting out this music.
Yeah, why? What's up with Jews? What's up with my people always trying? Do you believe Jews always get the bad rap as running Hollywood and being so horrible?
Jews don't run Hollywood.
Who does?
That's an old Roman trick. I told you, white folks know how to trick you. That's an old Roman
and make
trick.
You blame the Jews.
No, we wash our hands. We have nothing to do with this Jesus. The Romans killed Jesus. The Jews didn't kill Jesus.
So
the Romans did.
In actuality,
no. The Jews. Listen, if Jews ran Hollywood, Hogan's Hero would have been a hit.
True.
They don't run it. They don't run nothing. They put them up for somebody for you to dislike. They don't run it. White folks run Hollywood. I'm talking
white.
Procter and Gamble.
Gotcha.
Mel Gibson, white folks.
The real white folks.
The real white folks. They run it.
Did Jews help you out though? Jews seem to constantly have a helping hand for like a lot of black people that got put on.
Listen, Jews died for black people. Jews went down south and gave their life. They killed them. They murdered a bunch of them. They died for black people.
See, Safe?
So that's it. You're all
that's why I got my pass. That's why I can say whatever I want.
No,
so I can speak crazy now.
They died. They died for black people. They went up and got up in them white folks' face. Germans are white folks.
Yes, they are. Yeah, some of the best white folks around.
No, but those are white folks. Make no mistake about it. There's a whole bunch of white. There's a lot of fake white people, and there's a lot of white people who think that they're white, and they're not. It's very sad. And real white folks know who's white.
I have to ask you about Bill Cosby. Mm-hmm. Do you want to comment on how this story has I mean, it was less than a year ago that he and his wife had this huge art exhibit, and I saw him interviewed on the NewsHour on PBS he and his wife both, with a very glowing interview about their collection of African art that was about to be put on display. And within a week or 10 days after that, this story broke about his alleged raping of all these women. So do you want to comment on...
Well, I would like to see the head of ExxonMobil take a perp walk. You know, they knew the effects of global warming, lied about it, just like the cigarette manufacturers lied about it. So in terms of that, proportionally, I think Bill Cosby might be small potatoes if we're talking about some of the people who are actually involved in the destruction of the planet and who lied at a time when something could have been done about it, because some scientists will say we're at the point of no return, and that the only solution is to adapt to the new global conditions. But I like to wait for the trial instead of seeing it tried on television, which is what's happening now. Tom Mesereau, who was Michael Jackson's lawyer, he said that they had 85 witnesses against Michael Jackson in that case, and they didn't survive cross-examination. So instead of seeing...
Michael Jackson was accused of child molestation.
Well, they still accuse him of that, even though he's acquitted. I heard somebody on MSNBC, one of their black, surrogates, yesterday or a couple of days ago, say that behave as if he had been convicted. He was acquitted. But now that, television has taken over the court system, and they're responsible for Donald Trump leading in the polls, because they cover every stupid utterance or sensational utterance that he makes. Suppose they've done that for the other candidates, like Jeb Bush or some of the people who are competing. This has implications for not only our judicial system, but for democracy, when television decides who's guilty, who's not guilty. Even when they're convicted or when they're acquitted, they're still guilty. And I always think about Miss Ramsey. Remember Miss Ramsey, who was accused of murdering her child? You remember that case in Denver?
I guess I do.
She went to her grave. They hounded her. They spent hours upon hours of these tabloid gossip people, pundits or whatever they call themselves. I don't think they're journalists myself. I think you're a journalist. I think Chris is a journalist. But these are entertainers. I mean, Thomas Roberts, if he didn't have his blue eyes, he'd be parking cars for it. Well, I don't want to disparage people who park cars, but I mean, he certainly would be a journalist. So I think this is something that I like to see the Columbia Journalism Review or some media watcher, quarterly or professional media watcher, to talk about the implications for our democracy, for the court system, when television decides who's guilty, who should be first place in a primary, and make other decisions. In fact, the head of CNN said race sells. Remember Rick Sanchez, who was on CNN, who's right? He went away mad, so he gave it all away. He said that race is sort of like a product. Racism is sort of like a product for them.
A profit center.
Well, no. Wait till the Cosby case. Wait till the Cosby case trial. O.J. Simpson saved CNN.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, if you go Google, you'll find headlines from New York Times calling on O.J. because CNN's ratings were in the tank. So billions of dollars were made from the O.J. trial. $400 million was spent because the press was in Los Angeles for a year.
Oh no, it's obviously a profit center.
There's no billions. So they've been waiting for. They're already beginning to call the Cosby trial the trial of the century now. O.J.'s trial was the trial of the last century. This is a century where we had the Nuremberg trials. Mm-hmm. So they're saying the murder of a blonde is worth more than only victims of the Holocaust. It's just crazy.
It's crazy. Again, Ishmael Reed, my guest. We'll open the phones in about 10 minutes. Phone number is 1-800-958-9008. There's so many things to try to touch on. Going back before all of this about Cosby and his alleged rape of these women, he was on a jag about criticizing young black men and boys for having saggy pants and stuff. He was a darling of the white establishment that wanted to demonize black youth, as far as I'm concerned. And if you look at the audiences that he played to, they were older white folks, a lot. So the man is hardly, well, Dr. Huxtable was the guy that made black men acceptable or something.
You know, I think if he had committed incest, they probably made more money because you have, black incest products on Broadway, musicals and in the movies, like that terrible movie Precious, where not only the black father was guilty of incest, but the mother. They extended that to the black woman, that she was also receiving sexual pleasure from her daughter. Now, the great author, I'm not just saying this because I know her, Diane Johnson, who wrote The Divorce. Do you know Diane Johnson's work?
No, I don't.
She lived in San Francisco for a while, but she's white. And she predicted in the 80s that largely white audiences would be thrilled by, products about, black incest, because they're curious about, how black people behave sexually. That's been an old obsession in this country. So if Crosby had committed incest, I think they'd probably make more money. I mean, it would be a novel, it'd be a musical, and there'd be a big profit center for that.